What's going on, guys? Afflicted Gamer here, back in another Division video. So in 1.5 and the release of Survival, we got a bunch of new named high-end weapons, one of them being the M700 Carbon, which I managed to get my hands on late last night. So this is just my quick review on the weapon. You're going to get to see the talents that I got on this weapon in a moment, and we're going to go over everything. So first, I took the scope off, because I know that with bolt action snipers, some people don't actually like to zoom in, so I thought I would try a few shots like that, and then soon I'm going to put an attachment on it. So now the rolls I got on it were trained, unforgiving, and then the given elevated, where you have increased damage by 10% when you are higher by 1.2 meters above your target. Another one of those new and kind of strange, odd weapon talents that we're getting on our new named high-end weapons in patch 1.5. Definitely creative and unique, but how practical is this, and how often is that actually going to happen? Well, I decided to go for a stroll out here and hop on top of things and also shoot from ground level, because I find that in the game, the Division, most likely we are always on the ground and behind cover versus above our enemies. So I just don't see that talent being that practical, but there are certain scenarios, like if you're running missions like Lexington Event Center, where you can get above the Ray Barrett up on the staircase, things like that. There are missions in the underground, there are a few places in the dark zone to stand up on top of, to snipe. You know, there are opportunities to get this talent to proc, but I find that most of the time you're going to be, well, not higher than 1.2 meters above your target unless you're standing on something. But especially in World Tier 5, do you really want to stand on something and be up out in the open? Most likely not, since the enemies, even these red guys, can hit harder if you're not maxed out yet, you know. Nonetheless, if you are a fan of bolt action snipers and you like things like the custom M44, and you do get good rolls on this gun, then you might not really care about the elevated talent that's on the weapon, and heck, you might even roll it off. Who knows? You know, it's all going to come down to personal preference. I found that when I was on ground level, the gun felt very sturdy and it was fine, but the higher I got, which you're going to get to see in a moment here, I'm going to go up onto a truck. I'm going to get up actually a lot higher than I was. I found that there was quite a bit of sway to the weapon, and that I did not like at all. So something like steady hands would be something cool to have on this gun, for sure. Unless you're very comfortable with bolt action, then I don't think you'll need that. You'll feel kind of pretty at home with it. So, but yes, in a moment here, I'm going to climb up. As you can see, I'm up in LMB territory, and they spawn a lot down here. So I wanted to see how far I could shoot with this gun, see what kind of damage I could do. The one thing for sure in terms of modding the gun is the scope I have on it is definitely not the one for this. Bolt action fires slower, so you need to pace your shots, and you want to make sure that you land your headshots. So I would for sure put at least a 12x or 15x zoom in scope on this weapon, not the 8 that I have, but I didn't have one on me, and I wanted to just give the weapon a try and see how it felt. You know, again, I prefer something like the SVD, but I wanted to try this out, so I did what I could with the attachments that I had. Overall, it still performed alright, like I said, other than the sway, but in instances like this right here, I should not be missing these shots whatsoever, but because I can't zoom in any more than this, I can't get them. So here is where trying to test it downrange a little bit comes into play. And then a few more shots after that, because I noticed there was a few more guys coming down the street. I thought, alright, let me see if I can ping them off too. So overall, I think it's a pretty cool weapon. It's different. The talent is pretty unique. And I'm sure with a better scope and being able to nail your headshots, and if you were where I am like this, or in missions like I said, like Lexington Event Center, you could get that talent to proc. Or if it doesn't bother you at all and you feel comfortable with an M44, then you'll like this gun as well. So anyways, guys, that's it for me. If you enjoyed the video, by all means, maybe consider subscribing to the channel and dropping a like. Thank you for the support lately. I really appreciate it. We're on our way to 500 people. So I'll see you guys in the next video.